Good morning, students. So today we'll start a new chapter, that is rural life and society. Okay. So in the previous part of our study, we studied how the English East India Company secured a political control over Indian territories. Okay. So its political architects begin to feel the strain of financial liabilities, and they have to bear the cost of maintaining the administrative structure, war and expenses and funds for the purchase of Indian goods for exporting to England. So, the British government embarked on exploring ways to enhance the income through revenue, and they made different policies to collect the revenue. Okay, so in earlier chapter and all, we have read how and all these English East India Company people were trying to collect the revenues from our India. Okay, so that is how they actually created many policies, and through which those policies, okay, using up those, they actually collected many revenues from our India. Fine. So now we'll see about the land revenue system in India in the pre-British era. Okay, so in the pre-British era means in the early British period. Okay, so villages in India were primarily self-sufficient units, agricultural and handicrafts being the main occupation of the majority. Okay, so earlier time, okay, the people of the villages were actually they were very self-sufficient with handicrafts, agriculture, and that was their main occupation too. And then what happened was land revenue was collected by the landlord. Landlord is the owner of the land, and that land in which the villagers are working, okay, are doing their agricultural practices, okay, or by the official appointed by the king only in kind. So at early, it was a rule passed that from now onwards, landlords will be collecting their revenue of the land given to the villagers to cultivate, okay, so as to what do agricultural practices. Either the landlord will be collecting it, or the person appointed by the king in a kind manner he should collect. Okay, next is the farmers owned the land they tilled, okay, and some of the farmers had their own land, okay, and they were the landlord of themselves. The rulers exacted a small part of his farming produce as a tax, and if the crops failed on an account of natural calamities, this tax was reduced or even completely waived. Okay, so that is, in this point they have explained that if suppose the land given to the villagers for their agricultural practices is meeting with some natural calamities, so natural calamities involves the earthquake, tsunami, anything, okay, anything it may be. If the land is meeting with such a sort of a natural calamity, then the person, okay, the villager, the who is doing that agricultural practice will either be having a reduced land, okay, land revenue will be he'll be paying a reduced land revenue, or else at some petty cases they may even fail the land revenue. Okay, so that is they ask the people not to pay their land revenue. Okay, and now we'll deal about the different types of the revenue system which came under the control of the British peoples. Okay, so that is, in the earlier time what happened, the land was under the control of Indian landlords. So if so ever they have to pay some land revenues at the case of any natural calamity, they were being given off, okay, it's no problem, you can't be able to pay, it's okay. But now it was under the British control, and the British people bought out many different types of land revenue system, among which 4 is very important. Okay, and those 4 are, the first one is the Ijaradari system, second one is the permanent settlement, third one is the Ryotwari settlement, and fourth one is Mahalwari settlement. Okay, so these 4 types of revenue, okay, land revenue system were actually bought out by the British peoples for the Indian people, that is who are doing their agricultural practices. Okay, and now we'll solve about the Ijaradari system. Okay, so this Ijaradari system was actually introduced by whom? Means it was given by Warren Hastings in the year 1772. When the English East India Company obtained the Diwani of Bengal, Bihar, Odisha after the Battle of Buxar, they continued with the traditional methods of revenue collection. Okay, so this Ijaradari system was actually following the traditional methods of revenue collection. And next is, but the officials of company collected a huge amounts. Okay, officials of company means they are called British East India Company only. They were collecting a very huge amount from the peasants. peasants are the workers of on those lands. Okay, unofficially means, okay, not under the record. Okay, they are not maintaining a proper record, and apart from the record they were also collecting extra land revenues, okay, which added to their personal wealth, and companies income from the land revenue was too little. Okay, and what was the system and how did it fail? Okay, so today we'll just see about the Ijaradari system and how did it fail only. Tomorrow we'll continue with the other chapters, other land revenue system. Okay. So this system, how did it fail was, according to the system, the right to revenue collection was given to the highest bidder for a period of 5 years. Okay. So this Ijadari system was actually valid up to 5 years only. So these bidders were called contractors or called as ijaradars, and out of the collected revenue they could keep 1/10 of the produced to themselves. Okay, that is the peasants who are cultivating over that. Okay, so 1/10 of that cultivation's price they can keep themselves, and the rest of them they have to pay to the contractors. Okay, you have to pay to the upper officials. Okay, and however the system actually failed. Okay, has got a failure. And what is the reason? Okay, what is the failure for this reason was, bidding was often not related to the actual productivity of the land. Okay, that is, the Ijaradars were not interested in making improvements in the land as it was auctioned at regular intervals. That is, Ijaradars are the people who are doing that work. Okay, so they were just given 1/10 of the money, and other was taken as what, land revenue. So those people didn't get any of it, the interest that they could make a new arrangement over their land. Okay, so that actually was the main reason why this Ijaradari system actually fell down. Okay, ma. So do your QB assignment and also your test question very sincerely and do submit it on time. Thank you. Then stay safe and also take care of yourself.